Hello guys, let's react to Putin, as they mention it like this, Putin movie about Vladimir Putin made by Poland, you know. If it's made in Poland, I suppose it wouldn't be a very nice movie about Putin, but we'll see. It's just a trailer, and you know, once before Putin got too much crazy, I filmed a video of his childhood places in St. Petersburg. You know, I'll put the link in the pinned comment and in the description, you can check it. So maybe even there I was saying some good words about Putin, I don't know, even though I don't really a fan of him at all nowadays, you know, right now. But yes, I visited Putin's places in St. Petersburg where he grew up. He's like place of judo where he trained, and so on and so on. But let's watch what Polish filmed about Putin. So guys, at first I'll watch the trailer fully, and then we'll look at the details, you know, after it. Let's go.
This is my son. He's someone special. Please treat him well. Get him!
It's better to die standing than live on your knees.
And the results are in for the presidential election in Russia. Vladimir Putin has won with 53.44% of the votes.
It's an embarrassing result.
What would have been the satisfactory result, Mr. President?
100.
Volodya, what will you do in this brave new world?
I can work as a cabbie.
What kind of driving is that, you idiot?
She's my new wife. I am erasing you from the history books.
We are living in strange times when we can stuff our faces with delicacies. But there's no toilet paper in Russia?
Where did he get that? You forgot to ask what I want in return. Anyone who does not accept the deal must leave.
Let's start this party!
Ready, set, go.
You'll be the most powerful man in the world.
What's your strategy?
Our plan is to bring them back to the Stone Age.
How can his kingdom last?
Hand your power over to me. Only I can save you.
Wow, guys, some interesting details I noticed there. I think half of them are true, and half of them may be over-exaggerated. No, since it's a movie, you know, also maybe not a documentary movie, but just entertaining movie and filmed by Poland. I don't think Polish are the biggest fans of Putin, saying softly, you know. But let's watch it by the details. So let's see, guys, how it starts.
This is my son.
You can immediately hear this kind of Russian Tsarist music style, you know, tun, 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 like Russian Empire stuff, you know, not even maybe Soviet style, but even from Russian Empire, like from Bali, Russian Bali. So this kind of stereotypes playing here already with the music. And so then we can see the kids, mother, looks like mother of Putin, introduce her son Volodya to, it's not Vlad, by the way, yeah, Vlad is in Russian will be short name for Vladislav or some other names, like usually Vladislav, but for Vladimir short name Vova or Volodya. So we can see here the Putin's mother introduced her son maybe to the new hood, yeah, and the hood looks very bad. because look here on the picture, Putin maybe like looks like 12 years old, something like that, you know. And if he was born in 52, it's already 1964 probably. Yeah, but the hood looks very bad, so maybe it's like kind of stereotypes. Yeah, after the war it was kind of very poor and bad, but in Leningrad probably was better than like it's shown here.
He's someone special. Please treat him well.
It's better to die standing than live on your knees.
Yes, you see, so they show like that Putin got humiliated, but he responded and went to judo. Yeah, but it's kind of typical in the Russian hoods. Maybe now it's safer in Russia for the kids because kids just play at home, PlayStation, you know. But when I was a kid in St. Petersburg, it was more or less alright, but still like some street fights, not too serious, you know, without these knives or something like. But yeah, it was kind of like gangs, kids gangs. And again, it's not like too serious, but yeah, there could be like this kind of fights, small fights, you know. But usually if you fall, it stops, you know, like it's, and someone punching it like with, yeah. But those times it could be more serious, you know, after the war in Soviet times, like my grandpa was attacked in his hood, like broken his nose, you know, they broke his nose. But there is some stereotype in Russia that in Soviet times you're much safer than nowadays, you know. Old people remember those Soviet times. But the thing is, information was limited, you know. I didn't live in Soviet times, but information was very limited. The Communist Party wanted to have like the best view of itself, representation, you know, so they wouldn't tell you how many crimes happened. Maybe they would tell you, but not the proper statistics, you know, and all these censored newspapers and so on. Now we kind of see what's going on, you know. By the way, now, yeah, not that safe in Russia again, looks like soon. Yeah, he went to judo. Wow, this actor, yeah, they used this artificial intelligence, they put the faces of Putin, so this one looks kinda like young Putin as well. Even though this actor has longer face than Putin, Putin has like round face, but looks like him.
And the results are in for the presidential election in Russia. Vladimir Putin.
Wow, guys, this seems like yeah, here you can see in Poland they have the actor which looks like almost like Putin. So this is the actor, but they also added this artificial intelligence face to him.
Putin has won with 53.
Yes, this is picture for sure from the official Putin's inauguration, looks like.
With 44% of the votes.
It's an embarrassing result. What would have been the satisfactory result, Mr. President?
100.
But here you can see some stereotypes, like some woman behind standing in the Soviet Ushanka hat. Russian woman of those times, like when I was a kid, late 90s, early 2000s, they liked these fur hats, you know, fur hats with tails. Sometimes it was very big fashion, but they wouldn't wear Ushanka hats, like, no, it's playing on the stereotypes, you know. And yeah, Putin here says like that satisfying result would be 100% of the vote. But you see, in first elections he got 44, as they say here. But I think he was happy with that result as well, you know. And in Russia we have some memes about 146%, because one time on government TV they showed that the ruling party got like 80 something percent, but if you combine all the parties together in the vote it would be 146%. So we have this joke Yes, and by the way, here the woman, no, behind on computer they have the Russian flag there, and this detail they did very well. You know, you wouldn't think, no, that producers or director would notice it, but the flag is very correct, because nowadays we have white, blue, red, but blue is darker color nowadays, but that time it was this kind of aqua fresh, it's called, like, you know, brushing gel, so it's different color here, like it was those times. Even the anthem was different, and later Putin brought back the Stalin's anthem.
Volodya, what will you do in this brave new world?
I can work as a cabbie.
Exactly.
What kind of driving is that, you idiot?
She's my new wife. I am erasing you from the history books.
We are living.
Well, it's all kind of exaggerations, I think, you know, with the accent and with this kind of fights, like just random fight on the street, that he's like this tough guy, you know, yeah, and the accent like raising you, raising you. I have crazy Russian accent, but here it's specially made like Hollywood Russian accent kinda, you know.
Living in strange times when we can stuff our faces with delicacies, but there's no toilet paper in Russia.
Yeah, looks like it's a bunch of oligarchs who bought for peanuts the Soviet factories, oil, gas and stuff, and became rich eating like red caviar. You see this kind of fat guys sitting there. Yeah, I don't like these oligarchs. You know, guys, I'm not against rich people if they earned it by themselves, but these guys, you know, they just use the situation, bought like some factories for peanuts, and became rich and still sit there and doing nothing, you know, being billionaires. Some of them Putin removed, but because probably they didn't want to work with Putin, you know, but most of them stayed where they sit. Yeah, and about the toilet paper, I think in Russia of those times we already had no problems with toilet paper, you know. It's in Soviet Union, maybe like early Russia, and some people maybe didn't use toilet paper just to save money, because Soviet tubes, they will eat everything, even newspapers, you know, newspaper truth. But yeah, it's just for the movie I think they made. And those billionaires, they would have toilet paper for sure. Well, when I was growing up, there was always toilet paper. When I was a kid, I remember. I don't remember the times without toilet paper. Maybe only when I was a very young kid. But I was born after 1 year after Soviet Union collapsed. Yeah, but it's for the movie. Yeah, but woman, you see, blonde woman there has good makeup for those times, very red lips, blonde, yeah, that was popular.
Forgot to ask what I want in return.
In return for toilet paper.
Anyone who does not accept the deal.
Bля, it's my favorite moment when Boris Yeltsin met with Clinton. Clinton couldn't stop laughing, you know.
Так вот, не первый раз я вам говорю, что вы провалились.
Well, now for the first time I can tell you that you're a disaster.
Я надеюсь, что мы правильно все это поняли.
Must leave.
Let's start
Maybe for Putin it was like humiliating or something.
party.
You see these models running from the hunters. I remember we had TV series like that in Russia about some rich guys lying to girls that it will be some game or something and so forth, and then just hunt for them. Yeah, but again, even though in Russia we had like many like the serial killers those times and stuff like that, I think this is kind of over exaggeration, you know.
Ready, set, go.
You'll be the most powerful man in the world.
What's your threat?
Yeah, it was maybe war in Chechnya.
Our plan is to bring them back to the Stone Age. How can his kingdom last?
Wait, what was that in the end?
Can his kingdom last?
Well, I don't really understand what's going on there. Yeah, so you see, Putin used the church and still using to improve his power, like strengthens his power, because yeah, when I was growing up I was very religious, but I've never heard any like political stuff in churches, you know, and so on and so on. But now if you go to church, like it will be like, you know, well, if I'll say I can go to prison in Russia because you can't say bad about church in Russia, anything. Yeah, and the next moment I think it's when the terrorists captured the theater hall, very big theater hall.
Hand your power over to me. Only I can save you.
It's Boris Yeltsin gave the power to Putin. Yeah, there are talks that Putin promised safety to Yeltsin because not many people were fans of Yeltsin in Russia. So yeah, he promised him safety, and Boris Yeltsin died in 2007. Yeah, you know, it's kind of half truth, half exaggerated things, you know. Like, I don't think they put any lies here, but they were exaggerated many times, you know, just for the movie. Like that he is like that, crazy, like the Russian gangster and stuff like that. Yeah, I think Putin just like he wants to have dreams about this power, and he believes like that. Even though for sure he was atheist before, but now probably he became religious, I believe, and he started to believe like that he is God, sent by God or something like that. You know, we can't get inside his head, but yes, but in the same time I don't think he behaved like gangster or something, that he had like these gangster habits, you know, because he didn't drink and stuff like that. But yeah, he has like this feeling, I believe, and it's my opinion, that he is sent by God like to save Russia, and no one except him can do anything. And he sometimes, I believe, he thinks, okay, if you remove this and these people, you know, in general it will be better for Russia. Like, I think that's how he thinks, you know, the way he thinks. Yeah, guys, also forgot to mention some interesting moment from this trailer. You see when Putin asks Boris Yeltsin to give him the power, it shows how short actually Putin is compared to Yeltsin and in general. So the internet says that Putin is 170 centimeters, but I think we don't really know his proper height. And Medvedev is even shorter, like I remember something 165, or something like that, you know. But they play like a tough boys, you know. Yes, but they noticed some details. I also liked very much the flag, that they noticed the flag details, that it was slightly different blue color. So guys, it appears you can even watch this movie on YouTube for some small price. The director, his name is Patrick Vega. You know, to be honest, yeah guys, to be honest, I would watch this movie when I'll be on the airplane, you know, or in the train. For one time I would watch it, I believe, yeah. But yeah, interesting how this DJI works. If few years ago you could easily recognize if it's AI or something, you know. Like they made some video of Putin, I remember, speaking in Arabic AI video, and many Russian babushkas believed in it. You know, oh my god, Putin is so nice and good and smart, he speaks even Arabic language. But it was so obvious, like, that it's AI, artificial intelligence. But nowadays it's getting so good that sometimes, like, even me and, like, you know, those who kind of understand computers, like, and not babushkas, you know, even can confuse it, you know. Well, my parasite word, you know. Okay guys, what do you think about this movie? Did you watch it? And yes, goodbye. You can check the video I filmed about Putin's childhood places in St. Petersburg, so you can kind of compare Leningrad those times. Yes, thank you, goodbye.